Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Untitled Ladies Show.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining and tuning in. Also, must say, happy birthday to Breonna Taylor. She would have been 27 today. Unfortunately, she's not here at the hands of the police. And so, yeah, just want to acknowledge her, celebrate her, love on her and her family and her legacy. um, but we have a show in store for you today, like every Friday. And before we jump into that, I want to throw it over to Kristen to chat about some housekeeping stuff.
Hi. So I want to talk about something that happened yesterday that you may or may not have heard about. Basically, on Twitter, Patrice Peck, who is a writer and on-air commentator at BuzzFeed, she was relating some of her experiences while working at BuzzFeed as it relates to the racism and anti-Blackness that she experienced. And after she wrote the thread, a lot of people chimed in with like their own experiences and like their own stories that they had heard of that time. So she has like a long thread that sort of compiles all these instances in which people experienced like anti-Blackness or racism. So
Yeah.
yeah, so basically we kind of just want to say that like we know about it. We're like we believe these people, we stand with them, and like we support them.
Yeah. All of that is true. It's accurate. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, believe your colleagues and
Yeah.
support them any way you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we just wanted to say that we support our colleagues and that we have their backs.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
1000%.
Mhm.
Um, so next, we're going to do our next segment, which is Signal Boost. We kind of had that a little bit earlier in the show today. It's going to be a little bit longer than in the past because usually it's just like one foundation or one organization we're highlighting, but we are going to each talk about a respective foundation or organization that we feel passionate about that you can donate to in the light of all of the recent events that have happened with police brutality and Black Lives Matter and all those things. So I will throw it over to Devin first.
Yes, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Today I would like to signal boost Breonna Taylor's Fight for Breonna organization. It is her birthday. Happy birthday, Breonna. And one of the reasons why I really like this is it's very active in the Louisville community. And one thing that they're really trying hard to stop and put an end to are these no-knock warrants, which I personally find, as a citizen of a country, I personally find terrifying, that the police can just charge into your home without a warrant. And so I would like to throw some love and attention over to this organization. They've already gotten a couple demands of theirs met, which is awesome, including the freeing of or the clearing of Kenneth Walker, her boyfriend who tried to defend Breonna on the night it happened. So I just think this is a really awesome organization, and because it's her birthday, happy birthday, Queen. Yeah, I just wanted to pull attention there. So thank you for letting me share.
Cool. Thank you, Devin. And then all of these links, Dev, is this link going to be in your
My
Instagram?
Instagram bio.
Okay. So all of these links will be in our respective bios, by the way, so you can have easy access to them.
And I'll add them to the description of this video also. I didn't have time to do it before, but I'll do it right after we end.
We got y'all.
Mhm.
So next I'll go. I want to highlight the Black Visions Collective. They pretty much they're dedicated to Black liberation and basically providing like oppressed people, but specifically Black people, the tools they need to build collective power in order to create systems transformation. And right now they are specifically, working tirelessly in Minnesota because of everything that's going on, but also it's a countrywide organization. So that link will be in my bio, along with a bunch of other links. I have a link tree in my bio, and then Chantel will throw it in the description. And it's just really for empowerment and just giving us the tools and power to really just rise above and try to be as successful as we can in a country that is built to tear us down. So if you can donate. If you can donate, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, share the link with some friends, with some family, etc. So next will be Chantel.
So I also want to call attention to a video that was made by Zoe Amira. She's a Black creator on YouTube. She made this video as a way to allow people to donate, even if you don't have the personal funds to donate. And so you can watch this video on YouTube. It's 56 minutes long, and there are a ton of ads in it. And so the way in which you can donate is by not skipping any of those ads. She invites people to watch, and also to even just have it on in the background if you are unable to watch, and just don't skip any ads. And then she's donating all of the ad revenue to different organizations, and she will spread it out as necessary. And so I thought that this was a really just incredible idea that she had, and something that really all of us are able to do. So yeah, thank you, Zoe, for creating this video, and I'll put the link to this video in our description as well underneath this show. So yeah.
Yeah, and after you watch it, if you could just have it playing on loop and just have it keep going in the background while you're doing other things on silent, that would be amazing. Thanks, Chantel. Next will be Jen.
Hey everybody. So I wanted to draw people's attention to a GoFundMe. It's for Darnella Frazier. She's the 17-year-old girl who filmed the murder of George Floyd. And obviously she's going through a really difficult time. She's very traumatized, and like the community, we need to support her and also protect her. I think some of you are maybe familiar with the story of Ramsey Orta, but he was the man who filmed the police murder of Eric Garner back in 2014. He's was subjected to like a lot of police harassment. He's currently incarcerated. And so right now is sort of the time where we want to really just protect this young woman. And so her GoFundMe will be, it's on my Twitter, but I also am going to put it in my Instagram bio. And yeah, if you have the means, please donate. And thank you.
Thanks, Jen. And last but certainly not least, Miss Kristen.
Hi. So I want to highlight something that you would like to donate to that isn't just bail funds. Because I know there are, like, the Minnesota Freedom Fund has like $20 million, which is amazing, and they're kind of encouraging people to donate other places. So one place I would love for you to consider donating to is mutual aid funds. These provide cash assistance to people who are affected right now, especially because of the pandemic, but also, like, who are going to need our help anyway. Because I think like cash help is what helps people. And mutual aid provides that. So there's a girl, her name is Lyd, and she wrote this really long thread. Her ad is The Girl with Food. This is going to be in my Instagram bio. And she listed a bunch of mutual aid funds from all around the country. So if you want to support like a local mutual aid fund, and help your community, like, this is a really good and easy way to do that.
Great. Love the diversity and all of the different, foundations and whatnot that we've all provided. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you in advance for your support on behalf of those organizations.
Everyone.
No. I was waiting for the signal, and I got it.
There it is.
So this next segment is a new segment. And it is called Homes We Can't Afford.
Which honestly is all homes for
I need
Yeah, especially when we're talking about Los Angeles, it's like the price, the home prices are crazy. And so in this segment we are talking about like what our dream home is. And so I have some photographs to share with you all.
I signed up for
Cannot
a tour.
wait.
It's quite personally. I signed up for a full-on house tour of your new home, Chantel.
I have 12 photos, so a house tour you shall receive.
Perfect.
Of the home that you want.
Ooh, why not a baker's dozen?
Of the home that I want that is not available, that I will probably never be able to purchase. So it's this specific home. I blocked out the address because it's like a real home that real people live in. And so yeah, it's like I honestly I feel like the aesthetic might be a little bit surprising to you all. I'm curious to see your reactions.
It's witchy and I love it. It feels like the house of practical magic. And it's only a cool 1.3 mil.
It's only 1.3. So I actually toured this house because every now and then my girlfriend and I, neither of us can afford a house, but we like to just see what's out there, know the market a little bit. I love real estate. I love real estate. And so I'm like, I will be a director and real estate mogul and I can have it all. I will do both. But so we toured this home when it was for sale. I guess it sold in 2017. So we toured it right before then just to be like, okay, like what is this like house about? It looks really pretty. And then it honestly informed my sort of like desired home aesthetic that I will probably have for like the rest of my life.
Wow. It looks like a Pixar house, honestly. It looks like,
it does look like a Pixar house.
A cartoon dog is going to teach you a lesson about life, and he lives in the upstairs bedroom.
It's very cute.
Very cute.
Yeah. And so I just put up a picture right now. So this is kind of like the interior sort of like living space. And
Ooh.
like it has these like tray ceilings that are like outlined in this like dark wood against the white top. And it's gorgeous. There's like so many fireplaces in here. And I just really loved how they mixed all the different colors and patterns.
I'm sorry, is that a stained glass window I see?
Yeah, it's very
It
Catholic
is.
church chic.
Very cute.
Ooh, indubitably.
Right? It's like such a like unique kind of house because it's like kind of cathedral, but it's Tudor, but then it's also just kind of like eclectic in terms of like its decoration. So I really love it.
Yeah.
I love beams on ceilings.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
I think wood accents are really nice
I
too.
love rafters.
We found it up in the beams. You know, just like my sled and all my other stuff.
Thank you all for the support of this house that I don't own.
What if someone's watching and is like, that's my house?
Right? I'm gonna be like,
oopsie doopsie. We did a movie.
Lower the price. 1.3. Seriously?
Ooh.
Actually, 1.3
a bag of
million
Skittles and a high five.
Yeah, 1.3 million for 4 bedrooms in Los Angeles is a steal.
yeah, especially like this house is massive. It was like 2,300 square feet. And in a really good neighborhood. And so, yeah, I mean, and that was the price 2 years ago. Imagine what it is right now.
Look at those yellow cabinets. They're so happy.
Right? So this is kind of like the like dining area / like kitchen. And so it's like it's pairing this sort of light pine-ish colored wood table, but then orange chairs, and then you have a dark wood flooring with yellow cabinets.
Wow.
And then I don't know if you can see, but like the backsplash is kind of this really, really light, almost like sky blue minty type color, which y'all know I love mint.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so I was like, never in my life would I have been like, I love yellow kitchen cabinets.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty gay house.
Said that.
This house is gay. I hereby pronounce your house gay.
Yeah, she's flaming.
I pronounce the big old gay. And
it has like a little bit of a European flair.
Yeah, the modern bent to it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's like such a blend of kind of like a bunch of different styles that I never would have known worked until I saw it. And it's like it's so much more beautiful in person.
It looks gorgeous.
I will say the orange chairs are giving me very much like they're reminding me of like a cool internet cafe.
I have questions about this wallpaper in this bathroom, though.
Uh-huh.
It's
So
busy.
That's very,
It's busy.
Illinois in 1998.
yeah, so I anticipated this bathroom being a point of contention. Okay. I also do not take offense since I don't own this house. It is not mine.
Offended? You're not offended.
Yeah.
Welcome to our segment where we roast the fuck out of other people's homes.
Yeah.
I know, right? We're just like trash. We're like,
Trash
viewers, send us
everything.
your home. So this is the bathroom that was like right off the entryway. And I will say, in person, it's a lot more sort of like quaint and charming. And then again, it has this sort of like stained glass window in there. But so this is not the bathroom that you would use for your sort of like everyday needs. It would just be kind of like a guest downstairs sort of like powder room.
For guests like me.
And then the next picture, honestly, I'm gonna skip the next picture. I'll just go over it real quick. I'm not gonna skip it.
Never mind. I'm not gonna skip
Never
it.
mind.
Never mind. It's too good.
But so like in so many different hallways, like this house was massive. It was like 2,300 square feet. And so it's like, aside from just having large rooms, it had large alcoves within the hallways. And so this was one of those alcoves. It was like a desk sort of like study situation. Yeah. That's not even a room.
Nice.
Oh, look at it. So the photos are showing up for us late. Like, so our commentary is going to be slightly delayed on them. But
So
Lot of
if it's
paintings
so
of
if it's just
trees.
crickets, it doesn't mean we hate it. It just means
It's like
I think we
picture
have a
shows
good
up.
set.
Picture shows up and everyone's like, I love it.
I love it.
I really love these windows.
Yeah,
They're,
windows are good.
beautiful for me.
Yeah.
In a way, I
The
didn't
light,
really
it's in there.
you could zoom in there with no issue.
Oh, I
Right?
know.
Yes.
That is the
Um,
zoom.
And then this next picture is the master bedroom. Look at these ceilings. We have yet another fireplace. We have a massive bed. We have an alcove within the master bedroom. There's a sitting room in the master bedroom.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
I can't wait. Woo!
wow.
Okay, this is nice. This is nice.
That's really good. That's a good
This
house
is
right there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I
Mhm.
can't imagine having a bedroom that big. What a life. Like, what an existence.
What a life. I know, right? You have windows on 3 walls. What?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't
that's
share a
so
wall
cool.
with a toddler you're not related to. Incredible.
I feel like I would walk in this room and immediately take a deep breath. Be like,
Yeah.
That's not when you said takeout, I was just like, oh no. And you were like, deep breath. And I was like, all right, we're back on track.
I would eat takeout in that room. I would get some like messy ribs or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's so big, it matters
That's not what I
not.
was talking about.
It's gorgeous. I love
Yeah.
that bedroom.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I
So
feel like the
where's the-
aesthetic I feel like the aesthetic matches Fred's aesthetic maybe like the most, or like Fred with a hint of Devin. And then Jen and Kristen, I actually don't know sort of your like ideal aesthetic.
That's like, yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I actually don't have a good vision for decorating our homes. Mostly because like I have never allowed myself to dream that much about what a home I might own might look like. So it's almost like my mind has like blocked it out because it's like you're not gonna own a home ever, so don't dare to dream. So it's like I like don't even go there. Which just sounds depressing, but actually, it's a good protective measure. Anyway, Jen, you talk now.
Yeah. I mean, cool. Basically what Kristen said. I also just like, I don't know what my ideal designed aesthetic would be. but I do know that I really like lying on the floor. So I love hardwood, but in like the living room areas, like in like the area where like chilling is happening, I would love like a really soft carpet. Like hardwood for most of the house, but then I really believe in having carpet for me in like where I'm gonna chill, because I do really love just lying on the floor.
Would a rug suffice? Does it have to be a wall-to-wall carpet?
You know, rugs are like a good second option. You know, I have thought about that, but I do think like with rugs, it's like it's hard to get one that can be as thick and as soft as just like natural as carpet is. Also, what's really cool about carpet that I realized is that when you get mud on it, if you have a really good vacuum, the better way of cleaning it is letting the mud dry and then using your vacuum.
Oh.
It's still harder to clean than hardwood.
But what if the mud has?
easier?
Never mind, I'm not gonna ask. We're not talking about how to get mud out of carpets. That's not a segment today.
Yeah. Anyway, back to you guys.
Kristen's like, riddle me this.
Bathrooms in the yard, stunning.
Right?
Stunning.
Yeah, I decided while we were chatting, I put up a second picture alongside this this sort of like main bathroom on the second level.
From the windows to the wall, it's a really good bathroom.
No, it is. I really love that. It looks kind of like I don't know, the refurbished kind of cabinet next to the sink.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the juxtaposition between the new and old.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Chantal, I love you nodding along. You're like,
I'm like proud.
Excellent choice by moi.
I'm like, absolutely. Thank you for understanding my eye. But yeah, so the bathrooms are just gorgeous, and then the backyard has that sort of like sitting area, but then the main feature of the backyard is, so it has like this long eating table, but then it also has like a full studio apartment back there that's separate.
Wow.
And so that picture will show up in just a moment. And then you know what? I might as well put the second photograph up as well of the interior of this studio.
Wow.
I'm still confused as to how this home is 1.3.
Yeah, this looks. Where is it located?
So it's located in a nice area, bad specific location. So it was like right next to like a sandwich shop parking lot. So it basically, it kind of like, you have like the corner, you have the sandwich shop, you have kind of like a little alleyway, and then you have this house, and then this house kicks off like the neighborhood basically. So then the rest of like all the other streets are just neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
What sandwich shop is it? Is it like Jimmy John's?
No, Giamella's.
Okay. For those who are international and don't know what a studio apartment is, I'm seeing it in the chat. A studio apartment in America is when you have just one room. It's like you're in
a bathroom?
In a bathroom. It's
like one big room.
And a kitchenette, maybe. Is there a kitchenette?
Well, the kitchenette's in the room. It's just kind of like, it's like a box. It's like a diorama, but you live in it, and there's a bathroom place.
And when they call it a bachelor's apartment, it means that you don't have an oven. You might have like a hot plate.
What?
Yeah, that's how they can get away with like renting like apartments that don't have a full kitchen, because it's like you have to obviously price it less. It's called like it's literally called like the bachelor setup.
Is that,
and it's like you have like maybe a kitchen, you have like a little fridge and maybe like a hot plate or like an electric stove and no oven.
Is that the same as like a junior? Because I've seen that term being tossed around.
That's it probably is the same. Yeah.
So my best friend lives in a junior 1-bedroom, which is kind of an in-between of like a studio and a 1-bedroom. So she has like a half wall partition with like an arch, and then kind of like a separated kitchen, but it's like there's no like full walls separating anything. Her apartment's actually really, really cute. I don't know if most junior 1-bedrooms are that cute or if it's like kind of just hers.
Interesting.
That's cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it until her, basically.
Interesting.
These are gorgeous photos. I love them so much. I love the color of this house. What would you say the color of this house is? Because we all know I can't see the color teal. So I don't know if this is teal. Is this teal?
I think this is mint.
Yeah, I would say it's like a light green.
And teal is blue purple, right? Or is teal blue green?
Teal is blue green. Teal is Little Mermaid color.
Yeah.
See, to me, that's turquoise.
Oh,
We're not talking about me. We're talking about the house. Sorry.
It's like it's.
And what about jade? And what about jade?
But yeah, so this was my my house, my dream house.
I see this for you. I want this for you. I want this.
She's beautiful.
She's
love her.
So
she's
quick question.
eclectic. She's mixed like me. She's all of it.
Devin,
She's
did you have
gay.
exclusive photos?
What's that?
What?
Devin, did you have exclusive photos of this home on your laptop?
Oh, no. I'm watching it through the stream.
Oh.
Hey, it's us, and it's us, and it's us, and it's us.
Send me all of these photos so I can look at them cohesively.
Oh, I'm gonna send you the Redfin link.
The link.
Right.
Yeah, because this.
I will render my judgment at a later date. Thank you.
You can take the Fred out of the Juge, but you'll never take the Juge out
of the Fred.
But yeah, because the actual link like to this house on Redfin, I love Redfin. The link to the house on Redfin has 55 photographs, and I've shown just 12. So there are many more for you to peruse, Fred.
Love it.
Yeah, that's all I got. This is my house that I can't afford. Yay!
Sharing.
Isn't it nice to be alive?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, is it time for us to do our next segment?
Yeah.
Okay, so our next segment is me hosting it, and it's the lovely and popular Feelings Corner. It's Feelings Corner, where we talk about our feelings. I've never hosted a Feelings Corner before, so hope I do good. Okay. That's my feelings. Okay. Who wants to start?
Do you want to start, Kristen?
Me? Okay, I'll start. Fine. I don't know. I feel like my feelings don't really matter right now, honestly.
Well, we said it through the lens of stuff we said yes to.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, Kristen, get your.
No. It's been a week. Remembering is hard this week. So
we planned this out, and then I just forgot. So yay! All right. So the framework for Feelings Corner this week is stuff I said yes to. We kind of want to talk about like things that like, opportunities and things that we've said yes to in the past that has really like impacted us in a positive way. I would say probably the thing that I said yes to that at the time I wasn't really sure if it was going to work out, but actually like it did kind of work out. Was I was really reluctant to be in videos when I first started BuzzFeed. I was just kind of like, no, I don't want people to see my body and my face. And for I would say like a year, I was just like, no, this isn't gonna work. And especially I'd be in a video and people would be like, who is that? And what can of trash was she dredged up from? And it was hard for a while. And like I think that like what I had to do that first year I was in videos was I had to train myself to say yes when I wanted to say no. And I wanted to say no a lot, like from a place of just fear. And I think that like that was probably the series of saying yeses that have changed my life more than any other thing I've ever done, I would say.
Love that.
Yeah.
So I would like to popcorn. I will popcorn Freddy.
Okay.
Popcorn.
So I didn't realize this was the assignment.
I haven't followed it either.
Or you can just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
It's Feelings Corner. It's loose.
I forgot. Listen. I also did, but I made it work.
Because yours was great, Kristen. Yours was on like a larger scale. Mine was just more so in the last week or so.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, actually, there's nothing I've said yes to the last week that I'm excited about, so it's fine.
Meanwhile, Kristen is like, Here's advice that changed the entire course of my life.
My life.
Yeah. I
Okay,
love
well,
King
I
Philip
misunderstood the
segments.
assignment. I'm sorry.
No, I think it's no, I love yours. So mine is pretty quick and simple, but as you all know, I wasn't present last week because I was just like dealing with my own stuff, especially just like in response to just the world being on actual fire, specifically America. And I made a decision to, I think it was Saturday last weekend, to just like take a break from social media. And I feel like it's not a big deal to other people because I feel like other people do it. I've never done it. Like I've literally never by choice like taken apps off of my phone, stayed off of social media. Like I think it's partly because it is like a part of my job and just a part of my how I move through life. But also it's just habit and I like it and I live alone, so being online and talking with people is the way that I connect. And so I took Instagram and Twitter off of my phone for a week just to clear my head and to not be so inundated with everything happening on the internet because it when in overload it can be very detrimental and I could really feel myself just kind of going off the deep end. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to, and in my head it was just going to be for the weekend, but it ended up lasting a week and I'm really grateful and I feel not like a lot better, but I do feel better than I was feeling last Friday. So that's an improvement. And yeah, that's so basically like a social media hiatus or a social media vacation is what I said yes to this week. And I'm really happy that I did it. And I can't say that I'm like back, but I'm like slowly moving back because I really have enjoyed just kind of not looking at things, literally picking up my phone every other minute to see what has changed when nothing really has changed. So, yeah, that's what I said yes to this week.
Mm, Fred, I'm really glad that you said yes to that. I'm really glad that you are saying yes to taking care of yourself because we need you. And to have you, like, you've got to be here. And so you're doing us a great favor by taking care of ourselves because we love you very much.
Oh, thank you, Kristen. I love you ladies too. And y'all have been so supportive just throughout everything. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh,
We love you, Fred.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, do you wanna
Oh,
popcorn?
popcorn.
Or not.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna popcorn. I'm gonna popcorn Chantel.
Um, I mean, I mean, today, like the everything going on in our country and that's been going on in our country for literally hundreds of years is obviously um like very emotional, and I don't know, I almost don't even know how much I want to even really talk about the things that I've been thinking about, just because I don't want to sort of like re-traumatize or bring things up for people that have been um that where their mental health, they've been kind of like coping pretty well. Um but I mean, just like today is Breonna Taylor's birthday, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know I'm not like part of the Black community, and I don't want my tears to feel like they're hijacking anyone's feelings. Um, but I'm like, she's 27, you know? And I just, I really, I can't imagine, you know, what people in the community must be feeling, and what her family must be feeling, what her friends must be feeling, you know? Um, it's like I have the privilege of feeling safe in my home. It's like the amount of times that I've been like, all right, text me when you get home so I know you're safe, or like, hey mom and dad, I made it home, I'm safe, and it's like it's just, it's crazy that that is a privilege. It's crazy that that's not what life is for everyone, for Black Americans. Um, and so yeah, I've just kind of been, you know, just been thinking about that a lot, um and trying to make sure that I'm doing what I can be doing to just sort of help in any way I can, be it change, be it reform, be it awareness. Um and making sure that I'm having those conversations with people that may not think how we think, and trying to just, I've been trying to speak to whatever sort of niche community that I have access to. And so I've been trying to speak to a lot of white and non-black Christians that I grew up with, and just trying to show how it's like Jesus would not be silent in this. Jesus would be out rioting. Jesus would be out protesting, you know? And then also where my identity sort of meets the intersection of queer people. You know, we're now in Pride Month, and making sure it's like we know where Pride came from. Making sure that we're valuing Black queer folks, Black trans folks, um, because as it stands, like the queer community, it's not there yet, you know. And so that's just kind of, that's the gist of kind of what today has been, and just what the past couple weeks have been. I mean, obviously, but yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Chantel. I know it's like I'm also like I'm a sympathetic crier, so like I I'm like one of those people like when they see someone vomit, they also vomit, except for like eye stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand like I also I understand the feeling of being like I don't want my tears to take up space, but I still have feelings, and so I'm trying to keep my eyes from leaking all over this problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
I think that like I think that I it's not my place to say if you are like doing the right things, obviously. But I think that like having strong feelings about another person's well-being is a valid thing.
Yeah, and you've always been that way, which is why
Mhm.
we all love you so much and why we all work so well together.
Mhm.
Because I think this is a really strong group of women, and I'm so proud and happy to be a part of, you know, a group like this.
I know I'm gonna cry too. Sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Uh,
I read like a really Teen Vogue published like a really beautiful like profile memorial like of Breonna, and it interviews with her family and her little sister. And so like since it is her birthday, like if people want to read that, like I recommend it. Like it is just like really lovely to hear about her from like the people who loved her, and like what she meant to them. And like, that was published like a couple hours ago, so it should be like on their homepage if you want to check it out. But it did like reading about it did like make me feel good in some ways, just knowing like just hearing like in all the love they had for her and like how much she means to all of them.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful that the investigation is reopened.
mhm.
And I'm just, it's like she just deserves so much more, you know? And so I hope that at the very least we can arrest people, you know, and try people, and put murderers in jail, you know? Um but yeah. Jen, do you want to go next?
Yeah. Um, in the context of stuff I said yes to this week, um, well, I said yes to like sleeping, which I think everyone please do your best to sleep. Um, honestly, like this is just like advice that I got years ago, but like some of the best advice I got just in terms of life was like anytime you like feel really terrible or really bad or really worried or really scared, and like you feel like there's nothing you can do, it's like sometimes the best thing you can do is go to bed, because you'll wake up in the morning and like you'll have rested and you'll have like taken some time just to like recharge. So like I highly recommend sleeping for everybody. You know, I feel like I said yes to like little things, but I also feel like this week, you know, it was a lot about just like, you know, saying no to shitty things too. And like, and in what ways that I can do that. And like, in what ways I know I'm going to have like, my voice is going to be impactful. Like, so it's been a week of like thinking about like, and also just having conversations with people where I'm like, I'm saying no to like allowing you to say these things or believe these things or to be anti-Black or to be like someone who has a comfortable relationship with like me or with like whatever. And like especially just like in the context of family, it's been good, not good, but it's been like something that like I've felt I have the energy to do and like can do. And so like that's been good. But sleeping has also been good. You know, I got like a really good ice cream sandwich earlier too, which is also good. Like please eat ice cream right now, y'all. Please, it's summer. Like
Ben and Jerry's if you can.
Yes, yes. Ben and Jerry's. Like, oh my God, please
Yeah.
eat some fucking ice cream.
I love this, Jen.
So say yes to ice cream always.
Ice cream.
Say yes to being gay always too. Remember that, kids. We're saying yes to homos, yes to trans people, yes to it all. Okay. Devin, what's up? How's it going?
You know, listening. Something I said yes to this week that I think actually helped me out a bunch is I upped my dosage of Lexapro.
Hey.
I'm obviously trying to sign petitions, send emails, protest, which, protesting was on the fence because I was like planning on driving out to go see my mom in a month. But that's kind of, who knows what the state of the world is going to be in. And there's so much uncertainty and I just felt so misaligned with not protesting. So I decided to go out, which is, you can protest from home at all, but that's just something that I needed for myself. And upping my dosage of Lexapro came from a place where it's just like, for me, I was feeling everything, just like, and not that drugs or SSRIs or anything like cut you off from feeling, but for me, it feels like my feet are more planted in the earth while all the feeling is happening. And I feel like that is something that I especially really need right now because I'm embarking on having some, really tough conversations in predominantly white spaces. And with people who don't necessarily they value their feelings over what's going on and their personal ideals. And pushing against that takes a lot of strength that I wanted to make sure that I had. And then also too, just like white fragility is very, very real. And it's very, very present. And being a container as a white person for other white people to like say, yes, I know that you're having these feelings. Now let's recycle these feelings to action. Because the feelings that you're feeling of guilt and shame and list the rest, they're valid. Like we've been turning a blind eye to it and you're waking up. Now let's turn it into action. And those are really difficult conversations. They're really great conversations if the person is willing. But they're really not great conversations if they're not willing, but it's what needs to happen. So that's something that I've also said yes to. And the extra dosage of Lexapro has helped me keep it grounded.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. I always celebrate when people make the choice to take care of their chemical brain things because it's like really hard to kind of see outside and like have the faculties required to like take care of yourself. So I'm very proud of you for doing that, and that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Can I feel like I kind of want to redo the assignment. I feel like
Yes, I will popcorn it over to you, Kristen. Kristen, in the context of this week, baby
in the
girl.
context this week, because so Kristen failed the first time, and she's doing this again. It's real quick. So the thing actually I've said yes to this week is I've kind of long written off a lot of my family members as kind of unable to be converted to the side of right. And it's really depressing because it's like they've always been this way. They're really in it and they're not going to change. And it's like it's always felt really frustrating to me. And so I've kind of recently noticed, because my dad is on Twitter now, and so I've started looking at his Twitter, and I kind of in the last couple of weeks it's occurred to me that like, oh, this is a person who is persuadable. We've now reached the point where this is a person who I think I can get to see this problem. Because like when I was a kid, he was like very conservative and like had lots of opinions, and like now he's at the point where he's like Joe Biden and I hate Trump, but I'm like, okay, that I can work with that. So yeah. I said yes to putting in the work, to talking to my extremely stubborn father about the fact that policing is systemically racist and anti-Black. And I'm gonna get him there. I will get him to see it, even if it takes me all year. And it might, but it's honestly, it feels good to be doing that.
Yeah. Yes, you will, Kristen. And it's really fucking hard because they act like they know it all. And they act like they have the keys to the universe when they're arguing with you. And it's fucking hard. And so I just want to applaud you for keep going.
Yeah.
It's gaslighting. And so I think it's the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all okay. I'm glad. Thank you for letting me redo the assignment.
Yeah.
Listen, I loved your first answer and I loved your second one. They were both fantastic.
I appreciate that. But yeah.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. This was really cathartic and great. And I guess this is sort of where we will end the show this Friday. Am I missing a segment?
Yeah. We have one explosive ending.
We have one. Yeah, we have a quick segment.
We have one more.
Yeah. Someone was trying to maybe dodge out of it because she can't win.
Oh.
Ooh. Champion, Devin.
Wow. I'm gonna win.
Who is hosting this?
I don't know.
I'll host it. On your mark. 1, 2, 3.
Tell them what we're doing. Okay. So.
Okay. Sorry. Tiger got out of the cage. We're doing cat check race.
Yay!
Yay! Cat check race.
All right. 1, 2. Oh, sorry.
I didn't explain it.
Oh, I didn't know we were actually okay.
Okay, how about I explain what cat check race is?
Oh, okay, sorry. So it's time. You go.
Cat check.
No, you.
If you've never done cat check race before with us, cat check race is where Chantel, Devin, and Freddie race to see who can go get their cats and bring them back first. Honestly, we've had a variety of winners. We've played it 3 times. I think everyone's won once.
Yeah.
Did we change the rules though so that Devin only has to find 1 cat? I forget.
Well, we did. There's gonna be an addendum because Bones is right here. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be Mars.
It'll be Mars. And I'm gonna take the computer with me because I think half of the comedy for me is seeing me scramble.
Okay.
So I'll put myself on mute and take the computer with me.
Well, don't put yourself on mute.
You want to hear the noise of me?
Yes.
For you. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Okay. All right. So Jen, do you want to count everyone down?
Yeah, I love that. 1, 2, 3, go. Get on.
No.
Kitties. Little kitties. Oh my God, Kristen, finally.
Wow. Wait, oh my God, Fred.
No.
The winner.
Oh shit.
Devin is looking like a bat out of hell.
Most I've ever seen her not move, Freddie.
I'm gonna put her back.
Wow, amazing. You've already retrieved her and put her back, but we still can't find Mars.
We know that it happened.
Where's
We
Mars?
know that it happened. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. And that's how I feel about Little Bird.
Devin, what happened?
Wait, hold on. Can we...
Has anyone found him yet?
Yeah, Freddie did.
Roberta.
Yeah.
All right, well then I will surrender. I wave my white flag.
Wait, did you not?
Hi, Mars.
Hi, Mars.
Under the
Crazy.
bed, on the suitcase. I bet you guys watch this. Hold on, I'm gonna put you.
Yeah, put him because he's a little in the dark right now.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Watch this, you guys.
Like, what the hell? Oh, baby.
Baby.
So cute.
He likes to
It's
sit
the
up
little
and
cross
touch
paws, too.
Look at his little face.
Oh.
So
All right.
sweet.
You wanna go back under the bed? Go back into the cave?
Wow.
Oh, good kissies. Yeah. Bye bye. Night night, Mars.
Good night. Night, baby.
And then who you want to say goodbye to mommy and daddy?
Jane was in a closet.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, been
In
there.
June.
I know. I know he's very anti-pride right now because he's hiding in a closet. But
Your cat's a homophobe.
my cat is homophobic. And there's I would like by the time I saw him, I was like, someone else has already won. He's just gonna be mad if I take him out, so I'm just gonna leave him. He goes right in between like the two sliding doors, so like I can't like he's like too in there for me to like reach around on like either side. He knows.
He
I
doesn't have time.
Wow, that's fine. Listen,
Well
he's
done,
busy.
Freddie.
He's got a really big schedule of doing.
Sleeps.
Yeah.
And we said we would say yes to sleep, so I get it.
Full
Yes,
circle.
That's true.
He's like, I'm just listening to Jern.
Radical self-care. I'm a cat.
Okay.
So who won? I don't know who won. Did
Freddie
Freddie?
won.
Freddie won. It was very.
Freddie-
We did very obviously have a number one contender.
It was very fast. Like literally, we're like. it was
Technically,
only-
I mean, Bones was there the whole time.
No, but Bones is he's been sleeping by me. He's been having a mood.
He's on meds right now too, so like that also probably like he's like, it's like, is it fair when he's on performance enhancing drugs? Like
Exactly.
you all seen Icarus? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done.
Performance enhancing.
Got a Russian.
We're like, we all know why Mars ran a 6-minute mile.
I'm dead.
As he, like, you say that as this cat walks the slowest walk out of the room.
Right. Lethargic.
Yeah,
Spooked by something. I don't know why he's spooked.
Oh yeah, he is moving slow.
yeah, he's in a mood.
He's in a
He is in
mood,
a mood.
guys.
Yeah.
I throw my hands up, my children,
Bye, kittens.
Bye, babies. Bye,
Oh.
little cats.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Full circle.
Good for him, you know?
I just love it when animals are in the background of things. It's like, it feels
Yeah.
very natural to how they just exist anyway.
Yeah.
Especially cat heads, because cat heads are like this big.
Yeah, they're so tiny.
But they're just kind of like
Yeah, exactly.
right now. It's literally what Bones is like.
But yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
that Bones.
And that's my son.
That's your
I
son.
love your son.
He's guarding for villains right now.
Right.
Okay, I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The demons.
Gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so wait,
Congratulations, Fred.
that's the actual end of the
Yeah, it's the actual.
got it.
This time it's real.
This
We've
time
just
it's
been fussing around for 5 minutes now.
So that concludes our Friday happy hour live stream with the Untitled Ladylike Show. Thank y'all so much for joining us and hanging out with us and being so supportive in the chat section. Like, you're so sweet. And we also look forward, I saw someone say you look forward to this every Friday. We also do. I think that this is, I mean, I can't speak for everyone else, but this is one of the highlights of my week. So I'm very happy to be here again. And until next week, everyone.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Be safe out there.
Love yourself, please.
Yes.
We love you.